The UAP Disclosure Movement. From Ridicule to Recognition. The strategic shift from ridicule to congressional hearings represents one of the most dramatic policy reversals in modern history. When Governor Symington staged his alien costume press conference in 1997, not even the most optimistic UFO researcher could have predicted that within 25 years, the Pentagon would be releasing official UAP footage and intelligence directors would be testifying under oath about unexplained craft in our skies. This evolution from dismissal to investigation required a complete restructuring of institutional attitudes that once treated UFO witnesses as delusional or attention-seeking. The mockery that witnesses faced in 1997 has transformed into legitimacy, with military and intelligence officials now regularly briefing lawmakers on unidentified objects with capabilities beyond known technology. In December 2023, the UAP Disclosure Act was incorporated into the National Defense Authorization Act, requiring intelligence agencies to release records related to non-human intelligence. This legislation mandates a review board to examine classified UAP information for public release, an approach inconceivable during the Phoenix Lights era when officials defaulted to denial and debunking. Senator Marco Rubio exemplifies this transformation. In 2021, he stated, "There's a stigma on Capitol Hill. Some of my colleagues are very interested in this topic and some kind of giggle when you bring it up. But I don't think we can allow the stigma to keep us from having a serious, fact-based analysis of any activity in our airspace." Such sentiment from a senior Republican senator would have destroyed careers in 1997. The Pentagon's 2020 acknowledgement of 3 UAP videos captured by Navy pilots marked a crucial turning point. Department of Defense spokesperson Sue Goff confirmed their authenticity. This validation from military leadership stands in stark contrast to the flare explanation provided after the Phoenix Lights. In June 2021, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence released an assessment examining 144 UAP reports from government sources. The report concluded that most of the UAP reported probably do represent physical objects, and that some UAP appeared to remain stationary in winds aloft, move against the wind, maneuver abruptly, or move at considerable speed, without discernible means of propulsion. These official findings align precisely with what Phoenix witnesses described. Former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense Christopher Mellon has become a vocal advocate for transparency. For too long, the stigma associated with UAPs has gotten in the way of good intelligence analysis, Mellon stated in 2022. Pilots avoided reporting, or were laughed at when they did. 25 years ago, someone with his credentials speaking so directly would have faced severe professional consequences. The congressional hearings that began in 2022 show the starkest contrast with the post-Phoenix era. Representative Mike Gallagher questioned officials about objects moving between air, water, and space. Deputy Director of Naval Intelligence Scott Bray acknowledged these reports present challenges to conventional understanding. This public dialogue would have been unthinkable in the 1990s. Phoenix witness Tim Lay expressed vindication when watching the hearings. After decades of being dismissed, seeing Congress take this seriously felt like finally being heard. The ridicule we faced for simply reporting what we saw was painful. Now the very institutions that mocked us are admitting there's something real happening in our skies. Public opinion has undergone an equally significant transformation. According to Gallup, in 1997, 47% of Americans believed UFOs were real. By 2021, that figure had risen to 68%. In 1997, only 18% believed some UFOs involved alien spacecraft, whereas recent polls show that figure at 41%. People now feel comfortable expressing these views publicly. In May 2022, NASA announced it was commissioning a scientific study of UAPs. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson stated, "NASA is positioning itself to take a leading role in this new field of study with traditional scientific methods." This endorsement from the premier scientific agency of the federal government signals a fundamental shift from fringe curiosity to legitimate inquiry. The terminology shift from UFO to UAP proved crucial in this transformation. Former ATIP Director Luis Elizondo explained, "UFO carries cultural baggage and stigma associated with little green men. UAP allows us to have a conversation without all the baggage." This created space for serious discussions previously stifled by ridicule. In 2022, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office was established within the Department of Defense to investigate UAP reports. AARO Director Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick told Congress in 2023, UAPs pose potential flight safety and general security risks. We are approaching this in a rigorous scientific manner. The Phoenix Lights continue serving as a reference point throughout this transition. During intelligence briefings, officials have cited the Phoenix case when discussing the need for structured approaches to multi-witness sightings. Former intelligence officer David Grush specifically mentioned the Phoenix Lights during congressional testimony as a historical case deserving renewed examination. "When I saw military pilots being taken seriously about their UAP encounters," says Phoenix witness Lynn Kedai, "I thought about how differently our experience might have been handled today." The government's transformation on this issue has been healing for those of us who were brave enough to come forward back then. As disclosure continues, many wonder what might be revealed about the Phoenix Lights. Will classified radar data finally be released? Do satellite images exist that were never acknowledged? The answers may emerge as barriers to information continue to fall. Just as the mysterious lights that appeared over Phoenix challenged witnesses to trust their own perceptions in the face of institutional denial, today's revelations challenge us all to reconsider what we thought we knew about our place in the cosmos. After 25 years of investigation, the Phoenix Lights phenomenon stands as one of the most significant unexplained aerial events in modern history. What sets this case apart is the thousands of witnesses, the involvement of prominent figures like Governor Symington and Kurt Russell, and how this incident catalyzed a fundamental shift in our approach to the unknown. The true legacy of the Phoenix Lights lies in the questions it forced us to confront. From congressional hearings to Pentagon programs, what was once dismissed has become the subject of serious inquiry. Sometimes the most important discoveries begin when we acknowledge what remains beyond our understanding.